when E-Class was first opening Finger Licking, he like called me and was like, man, Street's talking about this mac and cheese, man. Let's sit down and talk. My name is Derrick Turton. I'm the owner and founder of the world famous House of Mac, Miami, Florida. I started House of Mac. House of Mac was a passion project. I actually did music for 18 years. I was pretty successful at it, but it came to a point where I felt like I was focusing all my time, my energy on building other people's stuff and not really focusing on my own. Bun B from legendary UGK, he's a good friend of mine. He used to always really encourage me and push me to take the cooking thing more seriously. And I used to cook for him when he used to come down here. He followed me on Instagram. He would see me cook different things. So every time he would come down here, we'd order food. One day he came down for the Gumball 3000 rally. All of the drivers for this was in the hotel. And Bun ordered like mad food. He ordered pans of chicken and corn and mac and cheese and all that stuff. And he was like, look, I want to show you something. Just go stand in the corner at the bar, right? I ain't gonna say who you are, I'm not gonna say, but I'm just gonna put the food out and watch and see what I'm saying. Put the food out, he called all the guys down to his room. Y'all got food, come down. And then they came in there and they started tearing the food up and he's like, you see what I'm saying? So that night he sat me down and he's like, listen, bro, if you don't at least shoot your shot, like if you don't at least try, you're never gonna forget yourself later on in life. So that day, I gave him my word. So what's dope about mac and cheese and what kind of made me want to start doing all these things with it is like, mac and cheese is a sacred dish. Thanksgiving is almost, if not more important than the turkey, and you don't touch it. So like my thing was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna take this sacred dish and I'm gonna touch it. And I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna try to do these things with it. You know, first it was like, I had the 5-cheese truffle, the lobster mac, and then I think it was like buffalo chicken mac. And then when you making these things, you're like, yo, if I just add Dijon mustard to the Alfredo base, that makes it the cordon bleu. And then I don't eat ham, but I'm gonna use turkey ham or turkey bacon in it. And you just try these things and it just comes out like really super dope. And it's just all fusions of food, like things that I like. And like I said, man, thank God, man, I found some lightning in the bottle and it's been working. But I mean, that's kind of how like the whole House of Mac concept came about.
Trillo G Bun B. I'm here to talk to you about the world famous House of Mac food truck. Every time I've been there, it's always been a great experience. From the food, the service, the environment. I'm telling you, you gotta try this food.
The reason why we started on a food truck versus doing a restaurant initially, obviously, because one, it was more cost effective, but grassroots is what I've done for artists and other people for the last 18 years. So with House of Mac, and before I planted my roots here, we knew that like we had like a following in Wynwood. Like we had the busiest truck in the Wynwood yard. We would pull up in places, and when we were moving the truck around, we would send an Instagram, we're gonna be at Wynwood Salon at 6 o'clock. Before we even pull up, there's cars parked, double parked. You know what I mean? So the restaurant was always a plan. It was the initial plan, but the truck allowed me to approach it more from a grassroots perspective, establish ourselves in areas and then plan our roots. Me being able to come to Overtown, I have 27 employees right now. We started on a food truck with 3 people. And now I'm about to open up Brightline. I'm about to have another 25 employees over there. I'm about to open up another location. That's gonna be another 20, 25 employees there, right? So in order for us to be able to come to the table and have a respectable space at the table, we gotta buy back the block. We gotta create our own.
About 15 minutes, all right?
We got so many things that's just against us, right? But then if I come in, now it's my business. I can look at other people and I can resonate with that and understand it. In my kitchen, 4 out of the 6 cooks that I have in there from Overtown. Like I'm directly putting jobs back into my community. I got one of my guys, my dishwasher guy, he just did 26 years in prison, right? And he couldn't get a job, but he's been one of my best workers. It's just things like that. Being able to hire people and have people working for you for 3, 4, 5 years and, getting texts in the morning like, I got one this morning, like, man, you changed my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are the things that, bring me purpose now. this is definitely God's plan. Because if you would have asked me 5 years ago what my intentions were and like what I thought I would be doing right now, the last thing on my list probably would have been that I would be a professional chef. I would be running a restaurant, and this is what it was. And we've accomplished so much in the last couple of years. So it's just been an amazing journey so far, man. So I'm just looking forward to see what we can pull off in the next few years.